Work. Good afternoon, everybody. Underway.
Oh, that's what it is. It's because of this. I'll get on my knees.
Are you going to be okay? You can always take the mic and... Okay, I'll get the afternoon celebration underway. I know there are some that are still refreshing their plates and their glasses up there, so allow them to take their seats over time. Welcome, everybody. It's great to see so many of you here this afternoon to celebrate what I think is one of the best events we have in our calendar, the annual President's Achievement Award for Outstanding Service. So thank you so much for taking the time out from your schedules. It's great to see you all here. It's been an event that we've run now since 1997, so going on now for 20 years nearly. And we've had literally thousands of nominees, literally thousands of people at the university have been recognized as nominees or as award winners for the contribution they make on a daily basis, whether it's to serve the purposes of the students and their success at McMaster, or whether it's to help faculty members in their research or in their teaching, whether it's to help their colleagues in their daily work, whatever it happens to be, it's the annual event that we use to celebrate the successes of each of you in helping us do that little bit extra for our community on a daily basis that makes us McMaster, makes us that little bit special. So today is a day where we celebrate, where we say thank you to all of those who have gone that little bit extra, that little bit further over the last year or so to stand out among their peers. So thank you very much to everybody. Congratulations to nominees and award winners. Welcome to past recipients. I'm sure there are many of them here. It's nice to see you all gathered again. So this year we have 16 people and 4 teams that were nominated. 16 people, 4 teams, and there are 8 award winners and there are 2 team award winners. But before we get into the recognition of the individuals, I want to do something that I think is equally important. We've got a few of our colleagues from hospitality services back there, And they stand out on a regular basis at Mac, providing catering services, food for events such as this and for many other important events. So I'd like all of you to give a big round of applause to Percy and his team there in hospitality services. We also have a group of people that work hard behind the scenes to pull these events together. A group in human resources in the employee engagement and wellness area. There are several of those around as well. Again, if I could ask you for a big round of applause for the employee engagement and wellness folk. Now, we have, in order, I think most of you will probably know this, but in order to select from the nominees the award winners, there's an awards committee that meets on an ongoing basis. I can remember doing it myself many years ago when I was on the Board of Governors. It's a really interesting and difficult job. You get, well, this year, 20 nominations, and it's very, very difficult to distinguish those that just get the award. There's so many good nominations that come forward. So the people this year on the awards committee, there are several of them with us today, but the awards committee, so that you're aware, influence next year. Gord Arbo, who's the Director of Public Relations. I know Gord is here. From our Board of Governors, Sandra Cruikshanks, who I've met today, and Rebecca Jameson helped with us. Laura Harrington is here. Rafi Kleiman, I saw Rafi, he's immediate past president of MUFA. Rafi is here. Sheila Salmon and Teddy Saul, who's the immediate past president of the MSU. So big thank you to all the committee members for their work this year. And now I'll ask, if I may, our President Patrick Dean to come up and say a few words of congratulations. Patrick.
Well, thanks very much, Roger. I agree with Roger. This is one of the great events of the academic year, and lovely to be with you all here this afternoon to celebrate the contributions of this remarkable group, 34 nominees for outstanding service in 2014. This is a really important process. The institution is large and complex. There are critical tasks being undertaken every day in every part of the university, and supporting those working side by side with us is the way this institution can move itself to achieve its goals. So I particularly want to thank those who took the trouble to nominate the individuals we're recognizing today. We wouldn't be having this event if the nominators hadn't done that and hadn't recognized that there were colleagues who were contributing that little bit extra to the success of the institution and of the people within it. Ultimately, the university is about people. It's about the education of people, the cultivation of knowledge for the benefit of people, and whether we're working on something extremely technical or whether we're working on more significant interpersonal problems, it's ultimately a human test that we bring to the work we do here. And I think to be moved to nominate someone for an award of this sort is testimony itself to the immediate human impact of someone's unusually committed work upon one of their fellow workers. So to be a nominator is a great thing, obviously, to be nominated as well. So I will add my thanks to the advisory committee, as Roger said, a good number of whom are here today. This was an especially difficult job this year, as Roger suggested. I know from attending, I always attend the concluding meeting of the advisory group, and I know from watching them in action, having them explain to me the deliberations they've gone through, how challenging and at the same time very enriching and enjoyable this task is. The important point, I think, about the selection process is that its standards are, as in everything that is done here at McMaster, extremely high. The awards are for individuals who've contributed, so we say, above and beyond what was expected. These are awards about exceptionality. So I encourage everybody here to read the notes in the program, just to get a sense of just what kind of exceptional work is being rewarded today. It's certainly an inspiration to read about these remarkable people. They represent, I think, the high level of commitment and excellence we see across this university. So, to all nominees for the President's Awards for Outstanding Service in 2014, my warmest personal congratulations and my gratitude for your commitment in helping this university to achieve excellence in all of its activities. Gandhi, you may have heard, said this: "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." So these are the following persons who have successfully lost themselves this year. Individual award recipients. You can, I think, applaud each of them in turn. Mark Alfano. Kathleen Hannon. Kathleen's not able to be with us today, but I know Lana Wiley is here and will speak on Kathleen's behalf and accept the award. Mary Hickey. Sandra Murphy. Marta Prancho. Wayne Terryberry. Dan Wright. Arthur Yays. We have two team award recipients. First, the Education Program in Anatomy team. And Lloyd Reed's Map Collection team. So, congratulations once again to all nominees. So, I'll hand over to Roger and he will pick things up from there.
Thank you, Patrick. I have a few logistics. Most important that we get these right. So first of all, for the recipients, the photographs are after the awards. So you'll have a photograph taken probably as the award is given. But at the end, we get group photographs and individual photographs. So please stay behind as the recipient winners, and you'll have your photographs taken with Patrick. I'm going to read through the nominees and the presenters. I'm going to ask them, nominees and the presenters, the nominees and the award winners, and I'm going to ask them to come forward together. The nominator will read out the nomination, and the award winner. You get it. Come up together. Once again, congratulations to everybody. I'm really pleased for all of you that you've succeeded in this way. So first up in my order of business is Mary Hickey. Mary is the executive assistant in Susan Denberg's office in health science. Susan is away, and we have the dean doing the nomination here.
Thanks. Thank you, Roger. I learned I was the designated nominator today. Now, Mary, I know what a designated driver is, but I've never been a designated driver. My wife drives me. But on the other hand, I've never been a designated nominator, so I'm honored. Meanwhile, Susan Denberg is in the Iberian Peninsula this very second, where I think it's about 9 p.m., so she might be getting ready for dinner in another hour or so. Congrats. I just want to mention about partner Steve's here. Where's everybody? Just wave quickly. Son Brian, son Brent, and partner Jordan, and many of Mary's best buddies here, but I wanted to mention especially Sue Hanna and Janice Bentley. Janice is the one who said to me, "You know what they say about Mary?" And I said, "No, but tell me." And she said, "They always say there's something about Mary." So your sons are here. Now here we have a little problem because I promptly went online and looked about it because I had forgotten that movie, and it is just a trifle dodgy. So I'm thinking that is not you. Now, Mary, you're welcome to look over. I'm going to pick a couple points from the nomination. Now, this is a nomination done by Susan Denberg. It's 12 pages. It's 150 words per 3 boxes per page. When someone has so much to say about you, they make the font smaller. So I was going to say, and I was waiting for Susan's pencil writing on the edges because I'd have to ask you about that. This is Susan first. Mary's been my executive assistant for 16 years, supporting me in my roles as, and just Susan then takes a page to list her roles. Mary, excellent, lies in maintaining an exceptionally organized, efficient office, keeping projects on track, filtering distractions, juggling complicated schedules, ensuring the necessary preparatory meetings for the preparatory material for meetings and decision-making is there. Mary, filtering distractions, that would mean when Kelton walks over and you say, she's in an extremely important meeting, and could I just tap on the door, and you go, oh, and I tap, and there's Susan having a coffee, looking off. Likewise, juggling complicated scheduling challenges. We already know what Susan does, but I've got to say that I think there's tough jobs in this university. I don't have one of them, but the people who have the toughest jobs are the people who work with the toughest or pretty rough people. And for you to work with Susan after all these years, I will just say, oh my God, you need a special medal of honor just for that. I want to quote a couple people because they say it wonderfully well. Mary faces challenges in projects that incredibly rise, fall, multiple collaborations, often significant lag times between the initiation and the fruition of the project. These are Susan's words, and this is just bringing back such shocking memories to me of how Susan works, where something's trotted out after 8 years, and she hands it to me, and now I know who's to blame for finding that one letter I sent her 8 years ago to bring it up. Executive assistants from other departments call on Mary because they know she has the answer and she's willing to help. Her success in her role is related to a harmonious working relationship that she has with so many people. Mary, we are all aware of your remarkable work and all of your contributions. I think what a lot of people aren't aware of is that Mary is exceptionally active in the in the community, with food banks, with volunteerism, with helping people who have in the past challenges. And those things we hear about, but I don't think people recognize, because there is always this lovely, smiling, special person. I'm going to quote Sue Baptiste. There's too many people to quote, but here's what Sue says. Mary is warm, intelligent, responsive, organized, diplomatic, socially astute, and so wonderfully thoughtful, yet appropriately witty and spontaneous. I just feel privileged to work with you down the hall, and I also admire you and others who work with some pretty remarkable people, and that's all I need to say. So there is something very special about Mary.
Thank you, John, and congratulations, Mary. It's nice to see you winning this award. Our second award winner is Mark Alfano, who's the Associate Director in Athletics and Rec. And his citation is read by Gord Arboa, Director of Public Relations.
Thank you, Roger. Mark Alfano is well known. There's no question about that. But being well known is nice, of course, but it is not high on the criteria to earn a President's Service Award. What is important and award-worthy, I think, are the many ways you may have come to know Mark Alfano. Some of you here today are colleagues of Mark's in athletics and recreation, working side by side, delivering high-quality recreation and sports programs to our students and to the community. You'll know Mark for his commitment to his work, to his department, and to his coworkers. You might know Mark because you are a student athlete participating in one of the dozens of club leagues or varsity teams, whether it is badminton or golf or basketball or football or soccer or rugby, the list goes on. One of those students wrote in support of his nomination, "Mark," she said, "is a remarkable leader and person, the type who cares about the students and the campus, giving incredible amounts of energy to ensure that everyone has the best possible experience." Perhaps you know Mark from his time on the leadership of the McMaster Employee Spirit Society, or as a colleague from one of the many cross-campus working groups, task forces, or committees in which he contributes his time and his talent. You may know Mark not because you work here at McMaster, but because one of your children has taken part in a high school or elementary school volleyball tournament or swim meet or football playoff held here. Or you may know Mark because you yourself participate in a sports league such as soccer and play on one of the fields that Mark and his team help manage. There are many ways to know Mark Alfano. Our Director of Athletics, Glenn Grunwald, says Athen Rec serves as McMaster's front porch, an important gateway into the university for the community. When I think of that front porch, I know that it is a welcoming, friendly, and inclusive place thanks to Mark Alfano. And I am not alone. While putting together this nomination, many colleagues from across campus, many students, many sports officials, and leaders from across Canada, all were eager to support his nomination with stories of how he puts McMaster first. So I am pleased, on behalf of all of you, that Mark's commitment to his university and to his community and his passion for service and excellence are being recognized with this much-deserved President's Award today. On behalf of all of us who know you in so many different ways, congratulations, Mark.
Now, our third award winner, unfortunately, has fallen ill on the evening before, which is really unfortunate. But Kathleen Hannon is in political science, and Lana Wiley, who's an associate prof in political science, is going to read her citation. Please come on up, Lana.
Well, I'm sorry Kathleen can't be here, but hopefully she will catch this online or at another time. It was my pleasure to nominate Kathleen for a President's Award for Outstanding Service. Kathleen was the undergraduate secretary in the Department of Political Science for 10 years, and before that she worked for 22 years in other departments at the university. As undergraduate chair, I worked very closely with Kathleen for the past few years, but her nomination was enthusiastically supported by many other faculty members and staff. Faculty members greatly appreciated Kathleen's extraordinary commitment to the success of the undergraduate program. As undergraduate chair, I relied on her in too many ways to actually list here in the time I have. But she regularly anticipated what I needed and had it completed in advance before I even had asked her to do it. There was no problem that Kathleen was not willing to assist with. That said, I think everyone who knew her would agree that however crucial Kathleen was for the faculty and staff who worked with her, she will best be known as a tireless advocate for the students. She was regularly praised by the students in all the student surveys and evaluations we conducted. I think students can best articulate what she meant to them. So I'm going to quote from one of our graduating students in a letter he wrote in support of Kathleen's nomination. So this is one of our students. He says, "The constant message that students are given as they leave high school is that university is a place where one is now on their own. The immediate influx of degree audits, prerequisites, and the like are enough to make any student feel overwhelmed. Kathleen, however, remained a constant source of reassurance in the political science department. Personally," he says, "Kathleen was instrumental in his selection of undergraduate honors seminars, offering opinion, diligent references to the undergraduate calendar," which he adds she seems to have memorized, "and the friendly reminder to always check your degree audit. What is even more reassuring," he says, "is that this experience was not wholly his own, and it seemed that every student who had come up to the department has a story or two to tell about Kathleen's friendly assistance and guidance. Somehow," he says, "Kathleen made each student feel as if they were the most important student in the department. My advice," he says, "for incoming first-year students interested in political science was, get to know our undergraduate administrator. It'll help your degree." So, in short, Kathleen was a fierce advocate for students, an incredible source of institutional knowledge, and a tireless problem solver, and always had a smiling face for everyone else who came through the door. Well, thank you, Kathleen. You enriched all of our lives.
Kathleen, congratulations. I'm sure the assembled group here wishes you well and hopes to see you back on campus soon. Our fourth award winner is Sandra Murphy, who's in Program Coordinator in Mines. And we have Caitlin Sue, a PhD student in Neuroscience and Behavior, reading the citation. Caitlin?
Hi. In a university, we all want to work with someone who is smart and funny, who genuinely cares about you, and who makes you feel valued every single day. We're so lucky in the Minds program to have that person. She is Sandra Murphy. Sandra helps make our students' dreams a reality. She has countlessly gone through, cutting through paperwork to get PhD students, even helping launch a mental health initiative in Africa. She jumps at the opportunity to help deans and other faculties achieve their goals, and has even pioneered confectionery neuroscience. She has successfully transformed a cupcake into a brain. Sandra is someone who energizes you with her generosity. She puts you at ease with her compassion and confidence. She'll solve any problem with her encyclopedic knowledge of Mosaic. Sandra, I am honored to recognize you with this award. It's a small token of what I want to show how important you are to us and to this entire community. So we love you very much and thank you.
I'm sure you're all glad you've been introduced to Sandra with her encyclopedic knowledge of Mosaic, a skill that's doubtless in high demand right now. Our fifth award winner is Marta Plancho, who's a systems analyst in residence admissions, and reading her nomination is Jamie Dixon, our manager of residence admission. Please come up.
Thank you, Roger. Marta Plancho, better known as Prancho in Housing and Conference Services. Marta is a dedicated and invaluable member to the Housing and Conference Services team as a systems analyst in the office, as Roger had mentioned. I've had the pleasure to work alongside Marta for 7 years. I'm so honored to be able to present this award to you, Marta. Marta provides technical support, innovative ideas, and exemplary customer service to various stakeholders, including students, staff, faculty, campus partners, and conference guests. She recently celebrated and received recognition of over 20 years of service at McMaster University. Yay! 20 years. Marta is continuously seeking ways to improve the business operations, and her ability to collaborate with external technical support has enhanced the reputation of McMaster as being leaders on the cutting edge of the newest technology and systems. Marta always works her magic to find ways to incorporate the visions of stakeholders and clients into our systems. And I say magic because it truly is magic in the technical world. And if, one of the things too is if, she can't find a way, I mean, she will find a way. She'll find a workaround, she'll find something to be able to help others be able to incorporate that in the system. Marta has also led the charge in helping the department become more sustainable, more efficient, and user-friendly for clients. With her help, we have gone from paper to using many different apps and systems for most of our processes in the department. Marta has a friendly and approachable disposition. She treats everyone equally and with respect. Marta shows colleagues she values their input and worth by spending the time to communicate face-to-face, and no matter how small or how minor the computer fix is or any other issue that they are encountering, and regardless of how busy she is, she's always willing to assist when needed. I took something out of the nomination package to share with everyone today because I feel it's really important to understand the words that you hear about Marta Prancho around campus and in Housing and Conference Services. Marta is meticulous, amicable, awesome, able, resourceful, team player, articulate, adapt and change, pleasant, partnership, perfectionist, real, relationship, nurturing, nice, neat, helpful, hands-on, handles pressure, organized, and overall best candidate for this. Marta, it's my honor to present you with this award. You make coming to work every day very special, and I look forward to seeing your smile in your face when I come into work. So, congratulations.
Congratulations, Marta. Thank you, Jamie. I'm now going to call up our 6th award winner, a man who is proving his worth as probably the biggest supporter of the Eco Park, the Dundas Valley Eco Park. I see him in here on a regular basis on that particular subject. So the next award winner is Wayne Terryberry from Athletics and Recreation. And reading his citation is Debbie Marinouf-Shoup.
Thank you, Roger. So Wayne and I go way back to 1989, and I was a newbie at McMaster. I have a great team of people that work in recreation, and Wayne is one of those stars. He has been with us for a long time, as I mentioned, 1989. And during this time, he's been instrumental in the development of many new and creative programs and facilities. The Outdoor Club, the Alpine Tower, the Feather Family Climbing Wall, the Altitude and Moose programs. His present work has expanded outside of the department and the university to include the President's Advisory on Natural Lands and McMaster's representative, as Roger mentioned, on the management committee of the Coots to Escarpment Eco Park system. His external community work has given a friendly, welcoming face to the university. As Robert Dean, one of the referees of Wayne's nomination, says in his reference, Wayne brings tremendous enthusiasm, much hard work, and a sense of community that is infectious. In addition to his internal and external work responsibility, Wayne is also the co-chair of the Ivor Wynne Centre and David Braley Athletic Centre Joint Health and Safety Committee, and Wayne and I work on that together. And he is also the creator of the Nature at McMaster website. So Wayne is clearly passionate about McMaster and the outdoors. He's also passionate about students. And he's played a vital role in connecting students and staff and volunteers to Hamilton's natural areas and beyond. Wayne positively impacts the way people work together, play together, and see the world. He has trained and supervised hundreds of student leaders. And he's made an indelible impression on the students we serve every day. Countless numbers of students have been influenced by Wayne's energy, his enthusiasm, knowledge, and passion for the field. So much so that many have gone on to careers in the field. Maya March, who is also one of Wayne's referees in this package, is the park manager of the Tuktoyaktuk National Park, and it's only 160 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle. So that's, in my definition, clearly an outdoor program. Maya shares her thoughts. Wayne runs a program which literally changes the lives of students who get involved. He mentors, coaches, and provides opportunities for students to excel in positions of leadership and innovation. Many of us who have worked with Wayne over the past 2 decades credit our current success with opportunities and experiences we had working for the McMaster Outdoor Recreation Program. The experiences, training opportunities, and skills that students build through participating in the Outdoor Recreation Program add tangible value to resumes, job experience, and personal confidence. So anyone who wants the true Canadian outdoor experience is welcome to join Wayne next summer, as we're planning on taking an outdoor trip to that Tuktoyaktuk National Park. So talk to Wayne afterwards. Jeremy Sandor, another referee for his nomination, had this to say about the Moose program. An energetic and innovative campus partner, Wayne exudes a contagious passion for enhancing the McMaster student experience. Wayne's dedication to the Moose program has resulted in an orientation activity for first-year students that has helped students to build strong ties to the university, to their faculty, and to one another. This unique program has grown year over year, and students have indicated that the Moose program played a strong influence in their decision to study at McMaster. As a result of putting high-impact experiential outdoor activities at the foundation of Moose, Wayne has fostered an orientation experience that is highly successful, not only in welcoming, but in enhancing the reputation of the university. So there are very few people on campus that probably don't know Wayne, I'm sure, and everyone has great respect for him. Many staff and faculty on campus have experienced the Altitude program and can attest to the outstanding job that Wayne and his team do every day. He's respected by the department, university, and external organizations. His calm manner, as you can see, he's not even sweating. Oh, he is sweating. It's the first time I've ever seen him sweat. Thoughtful comments and down-to-earth approach are valued wherever he goes. His love of the environment, people, and animals are evident both at work and the small hobby farm he operates, taking care of cashmere goats. I'm still waiting for my cashmere sweater, though. Maybe you can help with that. Wayne is a very deserving recipient of the President's Award, and has all my respect. Congratulations, Wayne.
Thanks, Debbie, and congratulations, Wayne. It's great to see. Our next award winner is from Chemical Engineering. He's an instrumentation technician. His name is Dan Wright. And joining him here to read his citation is Dr. Carlos Felipe, who's the chair of Chemical Engineering.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank the president and the selection committee to having the wisdom of selecting a truly outstanding individual and highly deserving of this recognition. This is a nomination that came through the entire department. I'm just one representative. There are pages and pages of signatures from students, faculty members, other staff, alumni, in support of this nomination. So Patrick was saying that this is an award for exceptionality. What is exceptional is that Dan started only 5 years ago at McMaster. He came into a very tough crowd. Our staff, all of the other staff are President Award winners. So they can be hard. They have high expectations. So the first award that Dan received was very well deserved, which is the admiration and respect of his colleagues as well as the other faculty members. So people that receive these awards are usually, or they are always incredibly competent. That is a given. But what really separates, at least in my opinion, award winners apart is the attitude and the example that they provide. So when you ask something to Dan, you get one of two answers. Is either no problem or certainly. Certainly, right? So certainly Dan is an outstanding person, and that type of attitude provides an example to our students as they start their professional lives on how to get things done and always to be able to find a solution. It provides an inspiration to the colleagues to step up their game, and to the faculty members never to find excuses of why not to get things done. So Dan definitely, by joining our department, made our department a better place. So this award is just one other variable or one other point in the many awards that Dan has received throughout his career, either by interactions with people, small tokens of appreciation. But we are very, very grateful to have Dan in our faculty. He has already made a tremendous impact, and I just can't wait for the next 25, 30, 40, 50 years. So it's for life. So thank you.
Congratulations, Dan. Thanks very much, Carlos. Our eighth and final individual award winner is the man that runs our greenhouse, Art Yays. Art is here with his nominator, Marvin Gunderman.
Thank you, Roger. Thanks for making my name sound Germanic. Gunderman. Which it is. He knows. I'd like to introduce the man in black, Arthur Yays. Because you do look a little giant. Arthur Yays approached Dr. Susan Dudley and I in the fall of 2014 with kind of a unique proposition. He wanted to buy a plant that grows 6 feet tall and smells like a rotting corpse. And he said, you know what? This is going to promote the greenhouse. So Susan and I thought, he's on some sort of cheap drug. But as it turned out, if you know, Art's been in the news tons over the last couple of years. He was right. He convinced us, and he was correct. Art is in his 38th year here in biology at McMaster. During that time, of course, he's grown all the plants used in research and teaching in biology. His knowledge of rare and unusual plants is valuable as he fills our greenhouse with specimens that enthrall our tour groups and students alike. Art manages the day-to-day operations that keep the greenhouse safe for visitors and pest-free. Not that I like that last part, being an entomologist, right? In the last 2 years, Art has become a one-man public relations expert promoting the greenhouse and its rich and diverse plants. Art's public relations prowess has extended the university's or the greenhouse's visibility to the greater Hamilton community and the Golden Horseshoe through several initiatives. Number one, Art worked with the Toronto Zoo to help supplement the diet of the zoo's panda bears using bamboo shoots grown right here at McMaster. That was in the news quite a bit, so thank you, Art. Number two, he investigated and purchased 3 Titan arum corms. For those that are kind of non-green thumbish, a corm is like a big plant bulb, except when I mean big, it's big. It's about, what, 60 pounds? 60 pounds. So you can imagine the pots that we had to buy to hold a 60-pound corm. One of which flowered just this past January, and to much fanfare. And right now we have another one blooming. So if you haven't been to the greenhouse, I suggest you hightail it over there and take a look at this plant. It is amazing. In January, we had 1,400 visitors come through. And right now, Art tells me we're at 1,200 for the second? 1,200 for the second. So this is amazing promotion for biology and the McMaster community. Number three, Art has connected our facility with the Niagara Parks Commission Floral Show House, and he's been interviewed by, and here's a list, McMaster Daily News, Hamilton Spectator, various radio and TV stations, including CHML, CH, CBC, and a lot of small independent ones too, I believe, right, Art? They've all been picking up these fantastic stories with this plant. So these activities have all boosted the great reputation of McMaster in biology, so we really appreciate that, Art. Our greenhouse plant collection is Art's pride and joy. He uses the diversity of our greenhouse for outreach activities. His excellent work in mixing soil, applying pesticides, and cultivating and watering each plant according to its preferences has resulted in a showcase greenhouse for research, teaching, and public. And that is a tough little task. You know, in my house, I water plants once every 2 weeks, and they all get the same amount, right? But you understand, each plant in the greenhouse, these tropical plants, require different soil mixtures, different temperature regimes, different pesticide applications, and Art keeps track of all that, so he's an amazing, informative man. On the radio, television, and print, Art acts professional and is both informative and entertaining when describing the plant in question. And if you've noticed, if you've read the latest stuff on these 2 Titan arums, you'll notice words like phallic. He likes to use that a lot, because it is like a 6-foot big, He also, and his tie-ins are amazing. I don't know how his mind works after 38 years, but he's also likened the plants to bowel problems. And even more bizarre is somehow he linked the plant to giving birth, which, you'll have to read the papers and interviews. So yes, he's quite an entertaining man. So I'd like to thank the selection committee for choosing Art as a recipient for the prestigious award in 2014.
Congratulations, Art, and thank you, Marvin. Most of you will not realize that the segue from biology to anatomy was completely accidental. But the first team award is the education program in anatomy. Come on up, guys. And reading the citation is Paulette Malcolm, who's the Associate Director. Paulette?
Thank you. It's an honor and a privilege to have the education program in anatomy be the recipients of the President's Award. With the leadership of Dr. Bruce Wainman, this amazing team took on the arduous task of developing ebooks to enhance undergraduate and graduate teaching. The materials The materials were to include pop-up boxes on definitions, did you know facts and quizzes, videos embedded in the text, links to notes, questions and resources including anatomical specimens housed in our anatomy laboratory. This was a first of its kind, a unique type of resource allowing the reader to slow down or speed up the audio and video, and with the text for all videos included, viewing them would be optional. This type of resource is great for people with learning disabilities or with different learning style. The team began the project in May of 2014, and the material had to be developed for classes starting in September. This was an enormous undertaking, given the coordination, content, and expertise required to produce. This was going to take multiple people with different skills and abilities to bring it to fruition. The team hired, trained, and supervised a group of summer students with various skills, including development of anatomical specimens, biomedical communication students to design medical illustrations and input materials, multimedia development, design layout, video production, audio recording, and publishing. We were very fortunate that one of our team members had just completed a project management course here at McMaster in the spring of 2014. Using the newly learned skills, the project was managed, juggling day-to-day responsibilities through a project management software. This was instrumental in ensuring all aspects of the project would be completed in a very short, rigid time frame. As the project neared completion, it was amazing to see all members join together to complete a particular segment regardless of their specific expertise to meet the multiple deadlines. The team successfully completed the project within the tight timeline, with these publications attracting as many as 55,000 page views per week and have sold more than 800 copies. The success of this project has led to the creation of the eBook Foundry and will develop additional health science ebooks. So congratulations to the team on your accomplishment, a well-deserved reward for your hard work, and a great example of successful teamwork. Very proud of you.
While they're taking their seats, a team, of course, is a group of individuals with a common purpose. And so that you know this group of individuals, they were Sue Dingle, Patricia Hartnett, Liz Jensen, Caitlin O'Connell, Andre Palombella, Michael Romanique, and one member who's not here, I think, Glenn Uman, who's in Ireland, apparently. Okay. Congratulations, all of you. Our second team award will be presented by Vivian Lewis, the university librarian, and she's presenting it to two members of the Lloyd Reed's Map Collection team. They are Gould Beck and Margaret Rutten. Please come up.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before starting, I should say that the discussion of this nomination began exactly a year ago, the day of last year's celebration. So I encourage you, when you go back to your office, to think about your colleagues. Patrick started our celebration this afternoon talking about the fact that we have 34 nominees. So the good news is the map collection is here. It is my great honor to share a few comments this afternoon from the map collection team headquartered out of Mills Library. Unfortunately, summarizing their many accomplishments in 2 minutes or less is truly impossible and possibly an evil task. I'll try. I believe without reservation that Gord and Margaret epitomize the passion and the dedication for which this award was created. Together, they have dramatically changed the face of geospatial literacy on this campus and in the broader community. They are both excellent teachers who care deeply about enhancing McMaster students' understanding of geospatial information. Each term, they host over 1,000 human geography students for labs in the library over a crazy 2-week period. Gord and Margaret are committed to sharing McMaster's treasures with the world through digitization and innovative use of technology. Together, they have created one of the world's most prominent online repositories of World War I topographical and trench maps, all readily available from the McMaster site. Gord is now recognized around the world as an expert in trench maps. And in the library, we often joke that he needs his own press agent to manage his interviews and public appearances. Margaret has made her own significant contribution. Students with disabilities across campus receive the course materials they need to succeed. Gord and Margaret are both mystery lovers. They take great satisfaction in helping scholars and community members solve puzzles. They find battleships. They locate the burial sites of lost relatives. Their work has attracted tremendous media attention in newspapers, television, and radio. Even Hollywood has their number. If you've watched Brad Pitt's recent movie Fury, you've seen a copy of one of our maps prominently displayed in several scenes, thanks to Gord and Margaret. They have, pardon a truly terrible pun, helped put the library and McMaster on the map. You're listening. Finally, they are respected and valuable colleagues within the library. They model the generosity and the sense of shared purpose that we all should aspire to. Congratulations, Gord and Margaret.
Well, congratulations, Gordon, Margaret, and Vivian, very well read. Great, love the stories, and I particularly loved the call to nominations for next year. It was very well said. Please do take the time to think through who among your colleagues is worthy of recognition at this wonderful event for next year. Listening to the citations, it's no wonder that we have a great place to work. It's no wonder that we're doing wonderful things and providing great service to all those who call McMaster home, either as students or as faculty members or as staff. So a very big thank you to all of the award winners, all of the nominees, and equally importantly to all the nominators who took the time to put their recommendations forward. Thank you. So that you're aware of those who were nominated, who themselves have great accomplishments of which to be very proud. Those that were nominated were Tracy Carr, Olesya Kolyashkov, Lisa Leone, Clarina MacDonald, Maria Massey, Courtney Shepherd, Sandra Stevens, Alistair Tracy, and in the team category, the Computer and Software Administrative Team and the UTS Service Desk, who've had their work cut out this year. Congratulations to all those nominated. So a very big thank you again to all of you for coming this afternoon. It's been great to see so many of you here. Please take the time, as I say, to think about next year's nominations. Now it's time for the photographs to be taken up front here. So we're beginning with the education program in anatomy as the biggest group. So if you wouldn't mind coming up, and gradually over the next few minutes, all of these photographs will be taken. Meanwhile, please take time. The citations are up at the side. There's still food and drink at the back. Please make sure it doesn't go to waste. Have a great afternoon. Thanks for coming out.